Remember, wow, this is the second one I'm starting. Remember last week when we sort of settled into the fact that I'm a voice actor?
Yes.
And I'm like slowly, possibly, potentially revealing and unearthing who I may be on the inside rather than the outside.
Mm-hmm.
Our friend David is bound to be an A-lister, which means he has a ton of fan accounts. Guess what?
Did you make a fan? I think you're the first fan account.
I did.
Okay.
Well, if you go on my TikTok, it says #1 official David Cornswet fan account.
Is that yourself? You put that there, or someone has awarded you that?
He told me to.
Okay, cool.
I got a message a couple of days ago from a David Cornswet fan account that said something along the lines of, hey, like, I've been following you for a while, ever since David got famous, and your voice always sounded familiar, and I've just, I've been wondering who you were. And when you posted your April carousel, when you post on Instagram, for the month of April, I put my top 10 favorite photos
I like that.
from April. One of them was a picture that my father sent me from the garage at home in Philly. He made me a little plaque of my Broadway career, and part of it was a West Side Story section. And so I posted that, and this person who runs the David Cornswet Archive fan account messaged me and said, it was until this day that I realized that I've been listening to your cover of Maria from West Side Story for 11 years.
No way.
And I just realized that it's you. And
that's crazy.
Guess what my response was?
I hope it was well received. What? Go ahead. Did you sing it?
Even better. Lamau.
I don't know what Lamau is.
LMAO.
Oh God. No, you gotta go ahead and sing it. Sing it for the guy. He's probably watching.
Maria, I just kissed a girl named Maria.
Louder.
And suddenly I found how wonderful a song can be.
Very good. Very good.
Let me just get into it now.
Let's get to the show. What is going on, everyone? Welcome to Manly Things.
Sort of.
Podcast where we're talking men's fashion. And this week, we've got the big one.
An incredible week. As you said, the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
The Mega Bowl?
The Mega Bowl, yeah.
The ultimate bowl of fashion?
Super Bowl, the Met Gala. Took place in New York first Monday in May, Cinco de Mayo. Here we are. On your Modelo right there, drinking it. We have a ton of looks to get to before we're going to jump right into it. But before we do that, please say what you're wearing today, and I should introduce myself. My name is Evan Simonich, celebrity menswear stylist. Sally John.
Every time you introduce yourself, you go, "My name is Sally John, and I am a voice actor and fashion influencer on the internet."
All right. Feel good to say it?
No, I'm still getting used to it. I'm so used to lying to everybody.
But honestly, even doing this podcast, I'm releasing so much of myself on a weekly basis because with no social media or anything like that. So you even saying your full-time career now is, I'm sure it's like
the most uncomfortable thing in my entire life. I was on stage in front of thousands of people during my Broadway career, and now, I've been on the internet for how many years, and I've never let anything personal out. Now,
yeah, we're shedding layers. But before we get to the Met Gala, please tell us what you're wearing.
Well, I decided to go with something that I would wear while looking at pictures of the Met Gala.
So this is your at-home look,
right? Because it's not an award ceremony. It's just like, oh man, they look great. Or ooh, what are they thinking?
Essentially, the show is watching the red carpet.
Correct.
Yeah.
I decided to go with the complete opposite of what I expected you to wear, which, by the way, you look great.
Thank you.
But I'm wearing my R13 Kurt sneakers with my Bombas socks, which really get holes easily, which kind of pisses me off. But
it's the constantly washing them. Yeah. Which you should do.
We talked about laundry last time, and we'll get into it the
Good.
next episode. There's our new bit. Then I have these like harem shorts from a brand called Jesus Criminy. It's from a brand called Empty Studios. And Kylie Jenner just did a big collaboration with them.
Nice.
Boring.
Oh, really?
Sorry, Kylie. Love you,
Love you,
but
Kylie. Love you.
And then I have my Greg Lauren hoodie that has this cool
Yeah. I love it.
denim detail and waffle detail.
I thought it was a matching pant thing because can you show the side real quick because it has the side of the jean leg right
Isn't
there.
that cool?
I thought it was a part of your shorts.
Nope.
Cool.
Thanks, Greg. Really
nice.
good design aspect.
Nicely done, Greg.
And then I have my hat from Hat Club, and I ordered 4 more
From Hat
which
Club?
which I'm excited to wear.
Okay, well, I hope it's Philly based. Can you have a different colored little animal there? What do you got? What's that one?
Boo.
I don't know
This
if you
is
guys followed him on Instagram, but he posted a photo the other day of his bag, that exact bag, with no joke, fucking 9 of those things
yes.
on it.
Oh, you
So,
had 9 on there.
I decided to
That's
steal
hilarious.
everybody in my office's Labubu monster, and I put them all in here. It was literally 9.
No joke, and I don't know how we can get the tag on this, but NBA on TNT sometimes has the tunnel walks from the players. Dylan Brooks from the Rockets had one on him.
Did Dwayne Wade not have one on?
Oh, Dwayne Wade, that's fine.
Is he
Speaking, we're gonna get to Dwayne Wade. There's a handful of guys that are on the red carpet that I'm gonna make reference of like. They love being on a red carpet, man. They're always there. Russell Wilson, dude, you play football. Go home, man. But handful of guys. So we'll
I'm
get
sorry,
to that.
my boy Jalen and Saquon were there. Oh,
Yeah,
I
they look good. Yeah,
shitted
yeah, yeah.
myself.
Justin Jefferson, one
So
of
good.
my favorite things I saw.
Okay,
on the screen.
thank you. Okay, we're gonna get to all that because he wore a brand that I absolutely adore. So
What are you wearing?
I'm wearing Todd Snyder today. Half that I was telling Sam. Half the time I'm in here almost every day. I just get stuff off the rack. And I'm like, oh yeah, my client's not going to wear that, so I'll start wearing it. It is a little bit big in the jacket, but the pants actually fit really well. And this is also a good alternative to like your regular suit.
That's amazing.
It's like it's
Is that
cool.
wool
It's almost
or
like
cotton?
It's wool. It's wool. It's a little itchy. I'll be honest with you. And then some Margiela new summer sneakers. Margiela sneakers.
Margiela
and,
what? Margiela replicas.
Replicas, yeah, the
Because
replicas.
I'm very interested in getting my own pair.
Yeah, and they sell it. They sell these in a handful of different colors. They always have these ones for sale. I've always wanted the paint splatter ones. Eventually, I would love to get that.
They also carry a ton of replicas in like thrift stores, secondhand stores, like Wasteland in LA. And
Adidas just dropped a very similar shoe to this because this essentially is a knockoff of the Adidas like a military shoe.
And Margiela just dropped a collaboration with Louboutin, and they are
Whoa.
sexy.
No way.
Imagine red-bottomed tabby shoes.
Dude, okay.
Shit.
Oh, that's actually pretty sick. Okay, so let's immediately jump into it. We had a great episode about 3 or 4 episodes ago with Chase Dennis talking about the theme of the Met Gala because we thought it was an
Chasey
important
boy.
topic. His guy looked tremendous.
Dude.
Tremendous. We'll get to him.
And yeah, we'll get to him. But I think that Tremel Tillman is his name.
Tremeldis.
And Chase pulled off this theme and everything revolving it perfectly. And again, we'll get to it, but I'm going to consider him a standard.
Well, 100% because you took he took the time and he did some research and he found out, he really did some background work into the theme of the whole Met Gala. So I'm sure that's appreciated. And we're going to see a lot of that too. Some we won't, some we will, but we'll call all that stuff out. If you're a usual listener to the podcast, we highly recommend going to YouTube and watching this episode because there are so many looks. There's 120 looks, and we're just going to scroll through GQ and kind of go off of the ones, go off of what we're seeing. We're not going to do every single one, but I think it'd be good for you guys just to see it because it's such these looks are so hard to talk about. Every detail is so intricate. And usually how we do our top 5 looks from like the Oscars or whatever, it's going to be way more flying through the looks and not super descriptive like we usually are. So.
And if you're a new listener, and I've actually received some comments about sending their Beyonce fits in, their Coachella fits in.
Some guy sent us a really good email last night, so we'll get to that in the next episode.
Send us emails at info@manlythingspod.com and follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and wherever the frig else at manlythingspod.
Thank you.
It wasn't .com.
I was
Yeah,
expecting .com after that.
it's not TimothyChalamet.com.
As we go through this list, we'll kind of give 3 different rankings just so, I don't know, people can skip ahead to the next one. I say we go best dressed, middle of the pack, and let's not even bother. Okay, we should we say their names if we don't even bother?
Yeah,
we'll call them out.
absolutely.
Okay.
That's the point of putting this on YouTube.
If we do skip, unfortunately, if we do skip, we just didn't know who you were. If that's
Sorry, buddy.
Fine. Yeah. We'll start off with Lewis Hamilton. To me, I have best dressed on here. What do you think?
I agree. I think, well,
It doesn't have,
honestly,
he's not the best dressed. There
Okay.
will be 20 best dressed people.
right. So I just agreed with you and
Yeah, it was fine.
redacted. I disagree.
You think middle of the
definitely
pack?
not one of the best dressed.
Oh,
I think
wow.
that this is, I mean, like the only thing that makes sense to me are the accessories, which, by the way, were a standout entirely.
We did call it.
Yeah. And the hat. The hat
Yeah.
reminds me of like a Black Panther kind of look from
Got
the
you.
like early
Yeah,
80s,
yeah, yeah.
early 90s.
It's almost like a little bit of a Kangol hat. So he's in an all white tuxedo, beautiful crop, straight leg fit to it. I love it. Yeah, same. The jewelry on it is amazing. Overall, I love this look. And he's in Wales Bonner, who is an English designer, and obviously him being English, I love that he's supporting an English designer.
Yeah. She's great. She got a few shout outs. Honestly, just before we go on, 2 designers that got a lot of
Love and
limelight.
Yeah.
Love. Wales Bonner, Tom Brown. You would never think
Tons
that
of Tom Brown
Brown
and Fear of God. I think
Yeah.
so. I think how it works out is these brands or Anna Wintour gives them a table. So like Fear of God had like 5-6 guys, right? Tom Brown had that many people. So I think they have a table that they have to fill. So they'll dress 6, 7, 8 people, and that's why you see a repetitiveness of the designers.
And I will say Tom Brown was one of the top and most excellent choices to sit at a table and design for a table, because his unique and abstract and quirky tailoring style, I think, was perfect for this.
Absolutely.
The overcoat that my boy Coleman is wearing,
Coleman Domingo.
definitely not perfect.
Coleman Domingo has been bringing it all award season. There's a little bit of award season fatigue with some of the guys that we're going to see tonight because they've been on the red carpet 20 times over the past 3 months. So he walked out in a little bit of like a cape situation, and we discussed it. It looks like I call it a dry cleaner. What did you call it?
Well, we're entering the time of the conclave, and this just I feel like he's about to take a flight to Italy immediately after. I think we're about to start the conclave like
throw his
literally
name out there
tomorrow.
to be Pope. It's a little funky. It has like a little bit of like a judgy cape thing to it.
By the way, it was based on some sort of like church or religious thing. He went on record to say it. However, when he took it off, yum.
Yeah.
Let's go back to Lewis Hamilton, mid. Let's go back to Coleman Domingo wearing his church fit. Let's not talk about that.
Let's not talk about
then let's get to Coleman Domingo wearing these amazing wool trousers with his gorgeous plaid and like sequin, and then the
different
patterns, all the clashing is
The
gorgeous.
striped shirt, the polka dot kerchief used as a tie, the big obviously robust lapel detailing.
This is what I was waiting for.
So I'm going mid on this one. He's wearing Valentino. The reason why I'm going mid is because the charcoal, for whatever reason, it just almost clashes. I wish it was a black trouser.
Respect. Move on.
Okay. But overall, love that the top half to me is perfection. What kills me is the pants. But the fit it was drop dead.
We'll go mid.
Drop
I
dead.
think we should be picky.
But
we'll go mid.
But you can go best dress.
No, we need
We're
to
not
agree.
supposed to agree.
Mid. I like agreeing on some
I'm
things.
but I don't agree with you on Lewis.
ASAP Rocky.
Fucking, I like ASAP. I liked it.
Underwhelming. The only thing that really got me going was the braids. Wow,
Dude,
they're
crazy.
gorgeous.
Yeah, so true, so
and
true.
the umbrella with the revolver handle.
The
Yum.
one
Everything
thing-
else.
Okay, so here's the one thing I would change, and I agree. I think he's mid. I did like the idea. I wish the jacket wasn't like a rain jacket. I understand you want to bring the umbrella into play. If it was like a coat and it was like because he's in like almost like a 3-piece suit, a velvet,
Crushed
like something like
velvet.
that, right? Like
Yeah.
rather than like just a rain jacket.
Kind of looks like a tacky ass James Bond.
100%. Exactly. It's like a low budget James Bond, 100%.
Mid.
But overall mid. I love the idea. The hair, you're right, is absolutely incredible.
I'd love to know the groomers.
Yeah,
at this
so
event.
true. Like there needs to be groomers out there. Create a podcast. Do what we're doing here, just so you can
Please.
shout out some of these people, man. Yeah,
And then let's
absolutely.
collaborate.
Also, my wife said that he made a comment that he has 2 kids with Rihanna.
Also, shout out Rihanna. She's pregnant again.
I know. Okay, must
Third
be
baby,
3.
baby.
Hey, good luck. But he said I didn't wait until my 30s to have a kid and have someone else raise them. So according to him and Rihanna, it's just them 2 handling their children.
Cool.
I don't think that's
He's from
true.
Harlem. Come
Yeah,
on.
I don't. They're so busy. Are you kidding me?
He's
So who's
chilling.
handling their kid right now? Their children right now.
Him? He
Their
walks
children are
around the block that I
With
work
them?
on. He just chills.
That's with
He
his
cruises.
kids.
No.
See, okay, that's what I'm trying,
Okay,
that's what I'm
you're
trying to
right.
get at. Okay, Pharrell. I think this is the same thing for me with the Coleman Domingo. The top half is so good. It's
Bottom
like it's a
half.
pearl. It's a pearl jacket. Pearl like pinstripe double-breasted jacket. I love the white shirt, black tie. You can never go wrong
The
with that
yellow
look.
grills. The
yellow
yellow
grills,
diamonds.
all the details, the sunglasses, everything. But like, why are you doing the bell-bottom pants? Like,
And why do they not fit?
I know they are a
Why-
little tight on the quad, right? And then
Like-
and then too short.
And his pee and nuts are on the left, like screaming for bloody mercy.
Top half is so good. Unfortunately, the bottom half is a miss.
And honestly, that's all they showed on E News. Where did you watch
the bottom
it?
half? The bottom half?
Not really. It was.
Oh, they only showed the top half.
yeah.
I
E
got
News.
you.
It was like, hey, I'm Cristiano. What's his
Yeah,
name? And
I
I'm like 3
know.
other girls. And we
Unfortunately-
kind of know things
so
about fashion.
if-
We need to be on that.
No, I know, but listen here. If there's another option other than E, I will take the other option always. Luckily, Vogue had a live stream on their YouTube channel, which was amazing. The quality was really good. The hosts were great, and they were just kind of picking people off the line as they were waiting to go on the red carpet. They were picking people off line, talking to them, and they were lovely, funny. Everyone was great. So I loved the Vogue coverage of it.
Do they typically stream red carpet events? On
That was
Vogue
honestly that was the first time I've ever seen it.
Let's check it out next time.
That one, or even like Vogue or GQ take a beat off of that, and then let's get us involved with like a GQ.
Yeah, we were talking
red
about
carpet
networks.
situation.
I think we need to just like
Yeah, we gotta
sell
figure-
our
yeah.
souls to one of these
Honestly,
big
yeah.
mags.
I'm all for it. Andre 3000. Are you a big Outkast fan at all?
I used to until he
Yeah.
put out that weird ass fucking flute
the
album.
Flute album. Yeah. This was. I'm not. He's wearing a piano. He's in like a flight suit thing. It was.
However, I
pass.
do think this is,
You think it is cool? Go
in
ahead.
my opinion, because I'm considering the theme and like, I almost want to lean into a camp style
Mm-hmm.
version of this theme. I love this. This is one of my best dressed. And we
Okay.
can disagree on this.
No, I disagree just because I probably don't understand the point of it. He has a piano on his back and he's got a trash bag with him.
Yep.
Yeah, that's and it's Burberry, by the way, which
Gorgeous.
After seeing Andre, I was like, oh, cool. Maybe Farnsworth Bentley will be here because he essentially introduced dandyism to the mainstream. Really, unfortunately, we did not see him. We can. There are going to be women on this list, and I'm so happy that she's the first one that we're going to talk about. Doechii in Louis Vuitton and Tiffany, tremendous,
The love of my life.
so good.
By the way, behind her, I don't know if he's going to be, or they're going to be
He's
on,
on the
but
list.
Cola
He's on
Scola. Oh my God. Okay, cool.
Okay, that's fine. Well, yeah, we'll
Great.
get some. Yeah.
Doechii killed this, and she has an embossed Louis Vuitton logo on her
Oh,
face.
cool. I like that.
The attention
Makeup.
to detail that Louis Vuitton, Pharrell, and everyone that sat at his table. Oh, gorgeous.
She actually pulled out a trick that's a really good one that for guys to follow. So like with the burgundy red kerchief that she uses as the tie, tying that into her shoes or in sock game, I think is genius. Like that,
the
that pop of color.
monochromatic sock and
great.
shoe fire.
Because she's in like a tailed coat jacket, fully monogrammed Louis Vuitton, and into the checkered shorts. They could have been long pants. Either way, this is a great look.
Two totally clashing patterns, but they're weighed down by
Yeah.
this really heavy burgundy.
Yeah, and
perfect.
and smart for the brand too to show two of their designs. I think is a really good idea.
Best dressed in my opinion.
Yeah, best dressed. Yeah, 100% on that list. Jeremy Pope,
Old friend Jeremy Pope.
old friend, yeah, so fit. Got to show off the arms. So he's in vintage Mason Margiela. This is the best dress for me.
Really?
Yeah, because I love the idea of the whole, like the mannequin is essentially where everything starts. When a tailor or when a designer wants to start something, they're going to pin fabric to a mannequin, and he's essentially wearing a half of a mannequin and into greatly tailored pant into a boot. Love it.
Agreed. Representing where fashion may have started, once was started. I love the fabric. I love the fit. I love his hair.
Yeah, the hair is the hair's great. Yeah,
God,
he actually,
those pin
and
curls are
the
gorgeous.
mustache too, perfectly trimmed. He's probably one of the most comfortable guys there. You think about all these looks that these guys are wearing, and women so uncomfortable for the night, and that's why it requires some changes and everything.
I will never not be one of the biggest fans of Jeremy Pope's fashion.
Yeah, respect.
Best dressed.
Yeah, no doubt. Shabuzi.
Wow.
Is it?
I
Okay, hold on.
fainted.
Hold on,
I
hold on.
fainted. Wait, are we disagreeing on this for the first time ever?
I'll go best dressed on this. He'll make the list just because like the introduction of turquoise, so much turquoise, and the hat really going for it. The fact that like really no one knew who he was a year ago. Underground people obviously did, but for this glow up is just incredible.
Can I ask what you guys think about the teeth?
It's like
I saw them on
I didn't
the
see
screen.
I didn't see a close up of him.
They're damn blue.
Like
Big
like
ass
his whole
turquoise.
teeth.
They are, yeah. So like,
Really?
it's cool in theory. For me, when I was looking at them on the screen, I was like, that's
Like
kind of
like look like he had a
really
Slurpee.
jarring.
Yeah, I agree. I wanted them to be like a pave diamond just to show.
Or just do like one tooth.
Yeah. I mean, you know what? Great point. There should have been some sort of accent metal. A yellow gold would have been like stunning.
Yeah.
Against all of this turquoise because it's so stark and almost uncomplimentary. We're used to seeing silver and turquoise together.
Yeah, true.
So,
That's a good point.
yeah, you're right, Tim. However, what I do love about this suit is the wood grain
love it.
pattern.
Love it.
Very interesting.
And the fact that it's cropped and it has like just detailed sashes behind it. The boot cut is like an extreme boot cut. Homie went for it. Loved it. Loved
Best
everything
dressed?
about it. Yeah, best dressed. Talk about a busy. He did Coachella both weekends. He did Stagecoach, and now he's here. This dude's living a life, man.
He's tired. He
is
called
tired.
me the other day. He was like, dude, can you show it for me one day?
Please, please say. Jeremy Allen White, good to see you, brother. But I'm gonna
Go home.
Yeah, go
Worse.
home.
Don't even worry
we've
about
also
him.
we've also seen him do this look. So I appreciate you. The hair's looking a little blonde.
That's
too.
what my homies on E said too. They said, you know
Yeah,
what?
man.
Let's forget about this
I
guy.
know.
Production did not do him any favors too, because they threw him up with for his interview, and they could have given him.
I'm sure.
They
yeah.
could have zoomed in a bit, or
I know.
I mean,
Yeah.
they throw him an apple box or something.
Oh no.
I don't
Yeah.
mean it like
No,
that.
you know,
though.
you're right.
It's just
He's-
he looked.
he's top down to
mini
5'6",
because the women are wearing massive
they're up there,
shoes,
yeah, 100%.
and they also look fucking sick.
Yep.
And he looks,
I know.
Poor baby.
you know,
Poor guy. Mr. Schwarzenegger. I honestly, I respect it. He's in Beaumont. I like the look. I think there's the gloves. Some of these things you can get rid of. I love the fact that he went for it. Full jacket into the pants belt situation. The gold is strong, but to me, he's been doing this weird thing with his hair. I think he's trying to take him away from like the character in White Lotus. I love this look for him, the hair. But what do you go, please?
Love the hair. Love the face.
Good. Okay.
The fit is mid plus.
Yeah. Right. I'm gonna give it like a B plus.
The real thing that's throwing me off is the
yellow, so strong.
If it was a paler yellow or
Yeah.
like a different fabric.
I
or
can't tell
something.
where it ends or where it begins because it's so shiny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Overall, I love that he went for
Mid-plus.
it though. Yeah. Your boy La Roche.
Law Roach. I mean, one of the hottest stylists, but what the fuck is going on with that hair, dude? I thought he was retired.
The many hairstyles of La Roche. This is just another one of them. He's not a stylist. He's an image architect. So let's get it right. Okay.
Let's not even talk about
No.
the next person.
Oh, your favorite.
Actually, my least favorite.
Jeff Goldblum.
However,
in
wearing
Wales
Wales
Bonner.
Bonner.
Yeah. He's going to take it to another level. Coat. I think this is very mid to me. Not even mid to not talking about it. But I respect it. Of course, he's going to be their biggest year that he's ever had. Yeah.
Not talk about it plus only because of the inside of that cape.
Yeah.
Really beautiful.
I agree.
Here's where we disagree. This is a
Here's
very
where we,
interesting
Here's where we
one.
strongly disagree. The Jonas brothers to me, for whatever reason, I just go by.
Oh, for sure. I
right?
avoid it at all costs. Do you know that
Yeah.
Nick Jonas is on Broadway right now?
Yeah.
And it's awful.
Oh, I have had a friend who will go anywhere in the world to see them, and she, of course, said it was an amazing show because they can do no wrong in her eyes. It was not good. It's not good though.
It's awful.
Okay.
How dare he try to recreate a role that was originated by Norbert Leo Butz?
Oh, okay.
Get out of here. However, you don't like what he's wearing. You said
I don't
Nick
like it.
Jonas, put a shirt on.
No,
What
I
I'm
said
gonna say.
I said jacket on.
Put a
So,
jacket on.
Nicky, I call him Nicky Try Hard because Nicky he just tries so hard all the time. I like the attempt. I just think he should have a jacket on. Like it's a shirt that has great detailing to it. The sleeves and the arm, everything is just plain and normal. If he was wearing a jacket, a nice coat, you could still see the detailing of the shirt. That's all I got to say.
You're wrong.
Why?
Because if you look at them as a package, you'll see that there's a really beautiful distribution of weight. The black hat with the black pants and the black shoes down there. Scroll on.
Mm-hmm.
The black shoes that she has with the white shirt and the whites. Dude, together, I think they are flawless.
Okay, but even though
However,
the whites don't match, he's got more. It's like more cream on him, and she's more stark white. That could be the picture.
mid.
Okay. I mean, homie's in shape. Good for him. Always being in shape. But yeah.
Got to be when you're on Broadway. Okay. Tiana Taylor.
Okay. And Ruthie Carter. The
One of the
detailing.
first to show up on the internet.
So she was a part of the hosting crew for Vogue.
Yup.
And absolutely knocked it out of the park in a coat over the jacket with pronounced shoulders and the detailing, the jewelry, everything. There's so much that goes on to it. This is one of those where, how I told you, add everything that you have and then slowly take everything off. She put everything on and did not take a thing off, and she nailed it. Go ahead.
The best dressed.
Yeah. Okay. We're going. You're saying it. This is
100%
the best dressed.
And I guarantee you, by the end of this episode, I will not take that back.
Okay, I like it. Strong words. Yeah, for sure. She's on the best dressed list. The coloring, everything about it. And she was she was one of those where she made Jeremy Allen White it made him look really small because she has 8-inch heels on.
Poor
yeah,
guy.
but respect. Zendaya in Louis Vuitton. The text check blew up in talking about her. The podcast text chain.
We got some big women defenders in Reagan and Zawadi and Lucas, where they said that this is the best tailoring that they've seen. In my opinion, that's not tailoring. That's sexy,
It's sexy. Yeah.
but it's not the best tailoring I've ever seen.
She also was messing with it the whole time. My girlfriend made me aware of the fact that she was pulling it down the entire
Thank you,
time.
Haley.
Oh, was she the jacket?
Yes.
Oh,
She was-
interesting.
because
Walking
everyone
up the
was
stairs,
talking
she
about
was
the
going-
perfect tailoring, and Haley said, "That's not perfect tailoring. She's pulling the jacket down." The entire
I
time."
wish that I low key because it does look like a 3-piece all white suit. I wish she just wasn't buttoning the jacket, maybe she was opening it and closing it, but in the reason why the shoulders, I think that she wants to probably bring in a little bit of femininity to it, with the more pronounced and sharp edges on the shoulders, and then maybe the tightness of the pant. Maybe she really likes tight pants. Into obviously the bell bottom situation. I think it's beautiful. I think it's one of the best dresses, the hat and everything, the whole look in itself. But is it amazing tailoring? Nothing.
I think this would have looked good on film in her next
100%.
movie,
Yeah. Like a film noir.
Yeah, not on the carpet.
Yeah.
where it's literally only her face.
and also and in terms of the whole I almost would have thought we were going to see her as the previous look that we were talking with homegirl. Yeah, I shouldn't say homegirl. Let me get her name. Tiana Taylor. I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah, I should. That's my fault. I loved this look. So we got.
I hate his music.
Okay, good thing he's not performing for you on the red carpet here. I like this look. I'm going to say it's mid though for Chance the Rapper because of the shoes. So he's in a brown oversized, almost like a Charlie Chaplin style suit with a black leather jacket, tie, and all that. I love the idea of all this, except he's in just these oddly, weirdly colored browny mustard shoes, which I just don't like. If they were a black leather or even a dark brown leather with the shine, I think it would have matched really well. But overall, yeah, I think it's more mid in my eyes. What do you think?
There's a part of me that thinks that the color of the shoes are reminiscent of the theme and the what's going on. However, I do agree. I wish that two things. It was a different boot and it was a different fit pant. Fit pant.
I think the style
Could
of the
have been
shoe.
really cool looking.
Yeah, I think the
But
style
this
of the
is
shoe
like
is
sort
there.
of grandpa.
Agreed.
looking.
Because there's no other color reference to that shoe in the whole look. If you look at the whole look by itself, you go straight to the shoe just because it's so the
I
color's
actually
so
went straight to the leather vest, but
leather vest too.
disagree.
Yeah,
Mid.
Yeah, mid. We go mid. My boy Bad Bunny, I gotta say,
Not even worth talking about.
not
this
really.
is embarrassing.
No.
Sorry,
I
Bottega.
know.
What were you thinking?
No, Prada.
Oh, but isn't it a Bottega hat?
Is it a Bottega hat?
It has to be a Bottega hat.
Well, he's in Prada. I don't know. Maybe he snuck it in.
Hold
but
on.
Overall,
Let me rephrase that.
Sure.
Prada, what the frick were you thinking?
He looks like he's about to go. He's a little late for his bowling league on Monday nights, but yeah, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to. There's not even a point in talking about it.
Bye.
Sorry, Bad Bunny. I love this Pusha T in Louis Vuitton. This is one of those where like he just showed up to Louis Vuitton and he asked Pharrell, "Hey, can I get a look?" I love the design of the suit. The fit to me is a little off. It's not doing him any favors like whatsoever. But the color of it, like the detailing of like almost looks like crystals and embellishment on the shoulders and everything. I love. What do you think about this one?
Kind of looks like a prom.
Yeah, I see that.
Not into it.
I get it.
Mid minus.
I like the idea for Brian Tyree Henry. I like the detailing and everything like this. The colors are great, but to me, it's just it's okay.
I love him and I love what he did. I love Dope Thief. What a fantastic show.
It just came out, right?
Well, it's been out for about a month.
Okay.
But it's based in Philly. Shout out.
Okay.
I think he nailed this. I think that especially the riding boots with the draping of the big cape, that is what I was expecting. These like extravagant looks and these very like old Victorian almost looks.
Is he wearing leather boots too? So like I do like the leather tie, leather gloves, leather boots.
The riding boots.
Okay, it makes sense. He was in the show. Was in the movie with Chris Hemsworth. This Transformers 1. He was a voice actor for it. Unbelievably nice human being.
Seems like
out of his way to say hi to everyone around him. Always carried. What are the cards?
Yu-Gi-Oh?
No.
Pokemon.
Yu-Gi-Oh. Wow, good reference.
Magic.
No, we're like every day you would
Baseball
wake up and
cards.
you would flip over and you get like 3 or 4 cards. It's not like I wouldn't say it's like a religious thing, but it's like a
words of gratification.
something like that. But either way, we did it and he gave it to me and it all made sense. It's almost like a horoscope. Tarot cards, exactly. Him and his team would do it on a daily basis.
Whoa.
And it was actually very sweet because they would talk about it. It was like that was how they started their whole thing.
Whoa.
It was beautiful. Yeah. So beautiful human being. Yu-Gi-Oh. Good for you on that.
Can we
Usher.
talk about this?
What?
Can we talk about
Yeah,
this?
Usher, please. In Ralph Lauren. This is an epitome of Ralph Lauren style here. A full 3-piece with the I wouldn't call it sash, but something like that.
It's whatever those like
It's like a
when
scarf.
you
I'm sorry.
graduate
It's like a scarf.
college and
Yeah,
the,
it's like a scarf.
the
Sash, scarf, white gloves, cane, the whole 9 yards. I like the detailing of the purple socks. That's pretty much all they had to it. To me, it's more mid though, just because there's really nothing to it.
Agreed. I just think that it's a very well dressed version of what I was expecting, where it's like you still get this uniqueness with the sash and that little like pocket watch chain and
Love
the
that.
purple socks. There's those quirks to it, but it's so beautiful, and especially his girl,
Yeah,
looking slamming.
yeah, she looks great. And I go mid. This would be top 5 looks for the Oscars, but not for the.
What if he had a
Met
purple sash?
Gala. Ooh, to bring in the purple socks, or like some other purple detailing somewhere.
Yeah.
100% agree with you on
A
that.
purple pattern sash. Oh shit!
Whoopi Goldberg.
I said that Tiana Taylor was going to be
Yeah,
best dressed.
this is
Frick! I totally forgot about Whoopi.
Whoopi did looks great in Tom Brown. Full like it's like a dress tuxedo look, which is incredible with the top hat. She herself looks great. We're like talking almost like Sister Act Whoopi Goldberg these days, but yeah, she looks great.
Thanks, Ozempic.
I'm gonna hold you. So you are is she fighting Tiana for that top spot?
No, now that I'm seeing it from afar, Tiana Taylor, the detail,
Still.
the shape, the everything, still top.
But I love that the jacket is like the overcoat, the white overcoat with this look is like That's a genius with Tom Brown. It's like sewn on below the shoulder.
Yup.
Genius. Yeah, love it.
Best dressed in my opinion.
Yeah. I go with best dress as well. Yeah,
you.
she's up there. I personally, so Walton Goggins and Tom Brown. Speaking of someone who's just on top of the world, I love this for him. I love it. Again, Tom Brown fully went for it, like the full deconstructed trench into the. I don't want to call it a skirt. What would you call the?
I would call it a pleated skirt.
Pleated skirt. Okay. Yeah. Or a kilt. Wouldn't say
Nope,
kilt.
not
Yeah,
a
okay.
kilt.
But I love the fact that like I do kind of wish his tie was fully done. I wish the shirt. Maybe it's like him. I feel he's a little sloppy. Right, it always kind of looks a little sloppy, right? So I think he wanted that ruggedness, and maybe he's like, oh, let me just undo the tie a little bit. It is the Met Gala, so I wish he would have done that up a little bit and been more polished with that. But other than that, I love the idea of this whole thing that they did. What do you think?
Ever since seeing that picture of him with that weird, those jeans that didn't fit.
Oh
him
yeah,
and
yeah,
those
yeah.
Weird loafers.
With the weird loafers, yeah.
Ugh, I haven't had a good feeling about him.
Oh no.
However, this look, especially this photo that you just put up with him being pigeon-toed and like the pose.
Dude,
in
I was
particular,
gonna bring it up. Yeah, go ahead.
that made me like this a lot better because at first I was like, this is not the guy to sit at the Tom Brown table. And I wish that he would have done a little bit something more interesting with his hair. Maybe
Yeah.
maybe what Jeremy Pope did, something gelled and slicked and curly or whatever.
Yeah.
But like in total, I can't help but say that this is mid.
I get that.
Because it just the attempt was not good. The idea was perfect and the attempt was the execution was boop.
I get
nope.
that. The that little pose, that like the finger on the chin acting like he's like scratching it, that was for that one picture. So like because I remember seeing this it was for like a side view, and he was doing these really quick movements, and then there was that one where he did that, and I was like, that's weird. Why did he go to his face right there for that one picture?
I love this pose.
He went straight down the barrel, and like he's like, boom, here we go. Your boy,
my boy Saquon.
Saquon, you're up in the rafters wearing Tom Brown, classic proportion Tom Brown tuxedo where it's a little short in the legs. Overall, I go mid here just because there's nothing to it. But if you think about an athlete, they're not going to go crazy, right?
Mid plus, I would say.
Mid plus just because
especially
you're Saquon
for the
Barkley.
guy.
But what this guy can do on the football field, he can wear whatever he wants on a red carpet.
That reverse.
The reverse lead, man. Yeah, so good. I love the shoes. Love the watch is beautiful. But yeah,
thank you for your
love
service,
Saquon. Yeah.
Here we are.
Trammell.
Chase. We were so happy to have you. Jesus Christ Almighty. We did it.
No, he did it.
He did it. He did it.
100% on the best dress list here. This is beautiful. Full Tom Brown. I want to talk about trench coat, more so tails, pinstripe trouser, cummerbund. I love the flower. I almost want to call it like a croissant boutonniere, but like a crazy oversized, beautiful.
And I love the hair.
The hair, the grooming,
Jesus,
everything.
Gorgeous.
So good.
What I really love, I mentioned him in the beginning, but from the images that I was looking at, researching this theme and everything, the Victorian looks were what was most interesting.
Yeah.
I know that someone mentioned in our group text, like, one of the hosts on E mentioned 80s dandyism tailoring, and I was like, it goes all the way up till then. It does.
Yeah, it does.
By the way.
Yeah.
But for some reason, I find this to be the most interesting and unique. And I think that Chase and Trammell and whoever the groomer is, again, these groomers, dude,
the groomers so good.
Killed this.
The bow tie looks small, and it could be a Tom Brown proportion thing, but I mean that's just me being really nitpicky. Love the rings and all like the little fine detailing on it. So good. The shoes too.
Beautiful.
Really strong. Nicely done, Chase, and everyone over at Tom Brown.
Thank you for your service, Chase.
Let's talk about J Balvin. This is more. This is like really zoot suity. This to me was unfortunately like I don't want to talk about it, but I do want to talk about it just because it's just so far out there. The color's not doing him any favors. I think if you're ever shopping for a suit and the suit is very similar to your skin tone, stay away from it. That's all I got to say.
Fun fact, one of the hats that I ordered from Hat Club is that color.
Oh, nice. What brand? So these Hat Club hats, what?
47 brand.
But what's the on the logo? Like what?
New York Yankees, because that's all that they really had.
Why don't you start representing Philly?
Because the Phillies don't make cool hats, I guess.
The P?
Dude, hold on.
Go ahead.
You're gonna. What's up with the Yankees rep, man?
I don't
Because
know.
you're like fully a Phillies fan.
Philly fan.
And it's
He's
like,
also wearing LA.
Okay.
okay, but yeah. So what's up with it?
We'll call him.
Evan,
Listen,
we're being appropriated.
I
have
want
to
to blow
make
this
an
guy up.
announcement. I have to make.
I
An
love the fact
announcement.
that we're talking sports though. Let's
I
talk
have
about
to come
sports.
out. I'm coming out. I'm
Oh,
officially
boy.
coming out
Okay.
as a bandwagoner. I have never enjoyed sports in my entire life until the last 2 years since being on this
Respect.
fucking show.
Get
Yeah.
this guy a Mets hat then.
I know exactly, dude. We'll get you a Juan Soto jersey too while we're at it.
And here we are for
And
the
here we are.
worst dressed of the evening.
Barry Keegan. I think so Valentino's kind of missing the mark a little bit. I think that they saw the logo that they did for remember the video that we saw kind of explaining the whole story and everything. I feel like they saw the logo of it, I want that jacket. And that's essentially what they did. I do love the coloring. I love the fact that there's a pop of blue. If there's anything to take off of this look, the blue with the black, I do like the coloring of it, but overall, I do think this is
Do we know who did this?
Valentino.
Do we also know what the daffodils mean?
Yes.
By the way,
you were
we were
watching this
talking-
with the florist, right?
Yes, and we were talking about the flowers. We were talking about the walls, the rug, and everything.
So the red carpet has daffodils everywhere. Behind the actors, there's daffodils, almost treated like a bush, and then there's daffodils in the sky.
And me being ignorant, I'm like, dandyism. Aren't there dandelions?
We thought they were dandelions. They look like eggs for a second too, but they do when you get closer look like daffodils.
However, Sam has an expert opinion on what's going on
Right,
over here.
expert opinion as in Google. But my research shows that basically the daffodils are based off of the myth of Narcissus, the event that celebrated Black fashion and identity. So what it says online is, as a nod to the myth of Narcissus and dandyism, both of which have roots in Black culture, the daffodil is linked to the myth of Narcissus, who fell in love with his own reflection and became a flower. And the term dandy has been used to describe self-styled Black men with a flair for fashion.
Love it.
I love that.
Love it.
Thank you, Google.
Love it. Thank you for that, Sam.
And thank you, Dwayne Wade, for showing the fuck up.
Of course, there's a red carpet. Dwayne Wade will show up. He's walking around New York everywhere. If there's red carpet, he's going to show up, man. Him, John Legend, and Russell Wilson will always be at a red carpet, man. Surprisingly, actually, we didn't see John Legend here tonight. So I take it back. But he's in Prada. This was kind of a mid to miss
Honestly,
for me.
not even worth talking about.
Yeah,
But he showed the fuck
and
up.
unfortunately, the same thing. I love you, Joe Burrow. I fucking love you to death, dude. You're my number one go-to fantasy football guy. This is just a miss for me. I love the fact that they're trying to show off the watch too and just tucking it behind. It's all right.
Is that
Sorry.
Taylor Swift's ex, Joe?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, Joe Burrow is a quarterback for the Bengals.
Got it.
Okay, I love this look. I did have to look up who Kabi Lame was, but he's in Boss. He's an Italian influencer. He's a huge following on TikTok. I love the idea of he's in an all gray 3-piece suit. And I like the fact that he got a rain jacket on and just on one shoulder. I think that's just fun little detailing. Almost as if he's like a detective type of situation. But I like the idea of it all and yeah.
One of the best dressed. I like the integration of the theme of time.
Yeah.
And how things can be timeless regarding this theme.
Well, yeah, great. Thank you for that. Love the wingtip shoes and the overall coloring of it all. Yeah, all for this. Here's where we get into the fear of God table. Adrian Brody. We saw him. I personally, is this for this Met Gala? No. However, with what we saw him do so much throughout award season, I actually love just seeing it. It is a bit dressed down. But if you think about Fear of God, this is basically what they do is just larger silhouettes, darker colors off of a black scale, gray scale. This isn't Met Gala appropriate, I'll be honest with you, but I do love the idea of this.
And I love the brooch. And
Love
here
the
we
brooch.
are again looking at the accessories because they told most of the story this evening.
Yep, agreed. Colin Kaepernick, we haven't seen you in a long time. This, oh man, it might be the different designer, but I love this coloring on him. I love the fact that he's there too. I think he's such a strong representative of the Black community, especially what he did with the NFL. But yeah, overall, good to see you there. The pink lining with the red, I think that's too contrasty, but yeah, overall,
Mid.
fine. Yeah, mid. You do
I
want to
love Colascola. I love O'Mary.
Who is Colascola?
Recently was catapulted into fame by writing a show on Off-Broadway called Oh Mary,
wow.
which tells the story of Mary something Lincoln, Abraham Lincoln's wife, but it's a very like fake and over dramatic version.
Like funny or just like over?
Absolutely hilarious.
Oh, great.
Where Colascola and a few other people have played Mary, what's her name? Lincoln.
Mary Todd?
Mary
No.
Todd.
Is it Mary
Lincoln,
Todd?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I really like what he did.
Yeah.
And I like what they did.
The colors are great. Christopher John Rogers, known for these kind of strong patterns and colors. Yeah. Respect that I think he's wearing heels.
Yeah, big standout, I think.
Respect.
Not the best dress. Honestly, the eyes.
The makeup, yeah.
Oh,
The makeup, for sure.
God, that makeup is gorgeous. Again, accessory.
Yeah. We should have came up with this of like the grooming is the top, you know. Love Leon Bridges. This is kind of right up his alley. I do kind of think this is a more mid. This to me is something that he would wear on stage for a concert, you know.
However, what he did, which that other guy didn't do, was tie in that weird color shoe with the rest of
glove.
the
So that maybe
fit.
it could be the color. I don't know. It could be color. I could have done more research
Possibly.
on it. But yeah. I feel like with the fit, he always does this kind of vibe, and I feel like he went straight forward. And yeah, I love like the navy with the orange pinstripe, but. Yeah, and of course, Jean-Baptiste is close to being on that list of guys who love a red carpet.
I can't stand him.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I don't think, I think he's a good piano player, but everything else
He's an
about
incredible
him,
piano. He has a piano in every room, so he
Yeah.
can play the piano.
I just don't. There's nothing about him that makes me go, wow, I love that guy, or I even like that guy, because he's getting on that list.
I know.
Where I'm like, stop, get out of my feed. I don't want to see you for like 3 years, and then I'll be happy to see you.
I'm curious if he's in Tom Ford. I'm curious if this is like the new Tom Ford that we're expecting to see with Hader Ackerman. I was changing one of my babies, and my wife was like, Jean-Baptiste on, and he has a saxophone. And I'm like, what do you mean he has a saxophone? He's like, he's playing the saxophone. I'm like, on the red carpet? And so there you go. There was proof of it. Russell Wilson, again, similar to the not necessarily Dwayne Wade, but more the Usher. Very clean, more Oscar worthy. Again, an athlete that's not going to try too hard and do anything sort of crazy. Yeah, fine.
Sierra looking slamming as always.
Sierra looking slamming. Regé-Jean Page in Brioni. I think it's fine. The color is very, very kind of harsh. Monochromatic look. Who do you think styled it?
That's a really tough one. I would have to say Warren Alfie Baker.
Correct. You got that right. A handful of Fear of God people. Again, the Fear of God silhouettes, just the oversized. I do love it, but I just don't think it's for the Met Gala.
I'm like, I love that. The worst thing for this theme.
Yeah, DeAndre Hopkins, one of my favorite football players, wide receiver in Fear of God. I do love this look. I think for him, for an athlete, I think this is awesome. It's just oversized coat, loose neck shirt.
The least
it's fine.
Jerry Lorenzo could have done is play with different fabrics.
Yeah,
like don't use the same wool blend. Don't use the same polyester blend that you use on everything. Use the velvets and the leathers and the other things that were representative of this theme.
Well, so here he did help with Ryan Coogler. Have you seen Sinners yet?
No, I'm going tomorrow night.
Are you? Sam, have you seen Sinners? Fantastic. Killer.
Have you seen it?
No, not yet.
Okay,
I haven't been to a movie theater in a very long time. So.
Me too. I'm afraid that. Never mind. I'm going to keep my mouth shut.
Okay. So Fear of God. Are you going to do the whole chicken Minecraft thing or what?
No.
Oh, okay. So here's what Fear of God did. With kind of contrast to what you just said, this here's a little different color. Obviously, this is more like a gray cement color with a white shirt versus like the all black or all gray. But yeah, just showing a little bit of a different silhouette. They all have the boutonniere, the cummerbund along the waist to give it like a higher waistline. But that's kind of just essentially grasping at straws.
Yeah, the whole table's still not worth talking about though.
Yeah. There's one. So I'm gonna get to the one look.
God, Jaden Smith one.
Central C. Okay. Central C, real quick. He's performing here at the Palladium here, and in Jacques Mousse, which is awesome. New Jacques Mousse store on Melrose and Robertson.
Yeah.
Absolutely beautifully curated.
Really?
There's I sent you this Vogue, this really quick Vogue thing that the creator of Jacques Mousse, he moved to LA and wanted to create and open the store here, and he did a fabulous thing with like lemons and fresh fruit and banana. It was just like really smartly done, kind of just embracing the whole LA spirit. So I also love Central C, but yeah, finally nothing crazy here, just a black suit, kind of a mid situation. One of the last ones we'll get to is what you said was Justin Jefferson. So to me, when I was living in New York, public school was just coming out with their stuff, and it's these two guys, Dao Yi Chow and Maxwell Osborne. I don't know where this brand went over the past 10 years. They were so good out of New York, and I don't know if this is them announcing that they're back, but they did some stuff with like Donna Karan way back in the day. But this to me that's the best dress to me. I agree with you, Sam. So good,
dude. The detail of tucking the tie into the pants.
I love that.
Obsessed.
Dude. I'm trying.
With that.
I'm honestly trying to get that with one of my guys somewhere down the line. But like it's even like it. I wish the pants went up a little higher because I think that would be a little bit more with the tie tucked in.
The tie coming out even. Oh, dude,
Smart.
So classy. It's so interesting to look at. It's a silhouette that I can't remember that I've seen in forever. And you're right, public school.
So good,
dude. Where have they been?
They had a snapback hat that I wore all the time, and it was PSNY, so I always wore it backwards. And then it had We Need Leaders or something like that, WNL or something like that. I loved it, and yeah, even both the designers look so sharp in just black and white. Justin in the charcoal gray. Overall, to me, this is my best dress.
All right,
yeah, strong words. And I think one of the designers I think that had a table was Oswald Boateng. You'll see that he's got some fun, intricate fabrics. This is Henry Golding. He's been on a press tour and just kind of been doing like snoozy Brunello Cucinelli looks that have been just kind of boring. So for him to wear this look, I do like this. I think he's got a pocket watch there to throw some sort of detailing into it. But I think the fabric on the suit is so strong that you can't see any of the detailing. But I like I did like this look a lot. What do you think about this one?
I like it. I think that the tailoring could have been a little bit dramatized. Mm-hmm. It's a little too chic. It's a little too like normal looking, especially for the fabric at hand. And I agreed. There's too much going on with the fabric. If they would have done a silver or a white gold accent metal,
or just go really big with it. You know, like kind of like what you said. Yeah, we can't not talk about Future.
Great, I'm glad you were about to.
Future just definitely showed up to Louis Vuitton like yesterday and said, "Hey, I'm going. What can I get?" And it's basically a sweatsuit that you'd see at the airport.
But it's
with
the tie, a wool sweatsuit with like sequin accents on it.
I'm obsessed with it.
It's sparkly, it's shiny, and again, his hair,
so good.
The grooming looks so good.
So good. And you know, I love dressing up a white shirt, black tie, and then dressing it down I love that. Yeah, I do. I love so this like a sweatsuit with the black gloves. So there were a lot of couples there. Like he obviously had a kid with Ciara, and then you had Sabrina Carpenter there, just got out of a relationship with Barry Keoghan. Curious as to any drama.
They're new partners. They go behind each other's back and they go, "Thanks, bro."
Yeah, thanks for getting rid of this. Yeah. Lauryn Hill, real quick.
I'm so glad she went. I'm so glad she showed up. And I'm so glad she wore what she wore because
this is amazing.
God damn.
With the oversized suit, tie, the detailing, the blue bag with
the
her
blue
yellow
Birkin.
But I also love the fact that she has the guy with just an umbrella over her.
Because it's Miss Lauryn Hill, who only put out one fucking record in her entire career.
And arguably is one of the best of all time.
And then there's Jalen Hurts.
And then there's Jalen Hurts.
My
in
heart throb.
Burberry. So the only thing I have an issue with is it's so dark. Like I couldn't even tell you what the fabric is. It could be a velvet.
It has to be velvet.
It has to be velvet, right? It's so like, it's just so
Especially
dark
with
and
the
so
beading
rich.
and sequin up top. It's one of those like matte style
Yeah.
that doesn't reflect anything.
Right.
So it's for sure velvet or
I'm sure
velour.
in person this is just beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And oh yeah, the watch game is very strong there. And I do believe we're going to come to an end here on our people.
Mm-hmm. I just have one quick shout out
Yeah,
to the
please.
love of my life, Rosalia.
Was she there?
Dude,
She looked good.
she was slamming.
Really?
Well, I'll send a picture
Yeah,
to
let's
you, and
let's
it'll
oh
go
yeah, I want to see it.
right there, and then I'll go.
This was a great Met Gala. They brought it. Both men and women, I thought, really did a good job. Do you still stick with Teyana Taylor being your
I do.
best dressed? Okay.
I do, and can I be honest with you? I disagree. I don't think this was a good Met Gala.
Okay.
I think that it was fruitful, money wise and financially, but
Yeah.
fashion wise, I would say that like 35 to 40% of the fashion made me go, amazing. That's what I
Yeah.
wanted to see.
I get you. I get you
Whereas
with
the
that.
rest of it was like, all right, you're an accessory to the theme, or like, yeah. I don't think it was great, but I think that it was a really good thing for the culture and for the community.
Yeah. It's one of those where you really have to go for it. Really have to go for it to
It
get
should have
attention.
been like, I'm sorry, but if I were a designer or if I were a stylist, I don't want to say that I would consider this camp, but there's so much to build off of that you can explore so much.
Mm-hmm.
There's every corner in this theme. It's not just a straight and narrow thing. There's so much to go with it.
Yeah, agreed. No, but again, hold on, I'm gonna break. What's Chase's guy's name again? I was gonna go back to
Tramel Tillman.
Pineapple. Tramel, I thought, kind of with what you just said, really went for it on all those details. I think he's up there with one of the best dresses as well, and we were lucky to have Chase with us. And he knew it was Tom Brown. He didn't say it on camera, but he did know he was talking about Tom Brown, and they started that stuff early. So that was over a month ago in discussion with the detailing of all that. So
Lucky
yeah.
luck on you.
Thank you for tuning in. We at the ACM Awards. I'm going to Dallas in a couple of hours. So heading to Dallas to be with Riley Green, Jordan Davis for the ACM Awards. You got to drive. Yeah, if you go now, you'll get there by Thursday, so it'll be perfect.
I'm on it.
But we'll get this episode out as quick as possible so you guys can see it all. And this has been Manly Things.
Sort of.